My name is Ricardo Moyano. I'm 28 years old and I'm from Mexico. At the moment, I'm volunteering as a scuba diving instructor, and I'm also working with the resource group of environment with the World Alliance of YMCA.
Oh, 1 minute.
And then when we get this, we go and look for the different meeting rooms that are in the venue. We have to look for them because it's a really big space. And actually, if you get really early, you get a chocolate for like having energy all day long. Once you get to your room, then you start like all your activities. Hi, hello, my name is Ricardo from Mexico. I'm with World Alliance of YMCAs. So after the jungle meeting, we went to our Talanoa space in order to get the Youth and Future Delegations Day opening, because this is a really huge thing that was happening this day. And this Talanoa space, was created in order to speak up and to have dialogues. This Talanoa word means for the Fijian people and the Pacific Island people to have dialogue, but also to hear from others the ideas. So this is a really special thing where we have the opening of the Youth and Future Generation Day in order to start all the activities we had for celebrating that youth is here at the Climate Change Conference. After being in the Talanoa space, we went to the Buddha zone, that it's where negotiations are happening. Actually, I'm excited about the action, but like as I told you, like going from Bonn to Buddha and then from Buddha to Bonn, and it's crazy.
So once again, we have to pass the security point. Now they have like a big banner and they will say something. I think there will be like 3 statements, and then everyone will have a little banner, and you say like our countries want to stand up for, and they have different words like youth, finance, I don't know, indigenous rights, loss and damage, gender equity. So there's like different topics that we want countries to stand for.
Yeah, so we need to pin the banner so that it's not as big, so like the white needs to go kind of...
This action was created in order to ask countries to stand up for some specific issues, and we organized this action with other youth organizations.
So let's see if it works.
Okay, let's see if this works. It looks good. Okay. Thank you all for coming today. My name is Natalie. I'm with Care About Climate, and this is our Youth and Future Generations Day action. Okay.
So, as young delegates from all over the world, we ask countries to step up for youth, and we strongly believe we can play a key role in all the efforts to reduce our emission gap in order to reach our 1.5 objective. We want our voice to be heard, but we also want to take action. The effort we are doing on education and climate change awareness is only an example of how we can currently get involved and engage with all of you. And being here at the COP, it's only the first step. We want our countries to step up and support youth in order to go back to our communities and get things done locally and be inspiring, be an inspiration not only for our peers, but only to our families and our communities.
Thank you all.
So I think here at 11:30 there will be a press conference on general processes, and it will be a zone 3 room 1
at the
beginning.
Side, so you would have to walk.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes. Yeah, more or less. So if you are interested in something like that, it's a press conference, or you can join one of the open meetings here. So after taking the action at the Bula zone, I went again to the Bonn zone to an open dialogue with the Executive Secretary of the United Nations Framework on Climate Change Conference. She's Patricia Espinosa. Actually, she's from Mexico, so I'm really proud of it. And this is one of the first times we have this space in order to have a talk with someone really important from the Secretariat as a youth movement. We were with Django, but we were also there as the YMCA. We were able to make her 3 questions in order to know how the youth people is going to be engaged with climate change and all the process that are being happening here at Bonn. And it was a really flexible talk, and at the end we get together, we get a picture with her. I actually run with her and have a photo booth with her, and she was able to make a little message to Mexican youth people. So it was a really, really cool thing. So after lunch, I went to an intergenerational inquiry panel that was taking place at Bonn zone. Actually, Frederick, one of the YMCA delegates, was part of this panel, and they talked on how different generation has to interact in order to make things happen and in order to make everyone engage with the process. And after the panel, there was an open question session, and there was a girl from Sudan who really did good questions to the panelists. And after that, I went with her to talk a little and to invite her to join us to the daily updates we are having at the Bonn zone. So after being at the panel, I went with Stephanie, one of our delegates, to the different booths that are in the zone. And it was really fun to get engaged with all these activities in a really interactive way. Then we went to another pavilion where we just bike in a static bike, and we were looking at some specific photos of the Earth from space in order to make this impact vision of where we are living. After being with the bikes, we went to a pavilion where people from different parts of Africa were talking on how youth people and different organizations are engaging women in different climate actions. And actually it was, I think, the best panel I saw in the whole COP. They were really, really engaged, and they are really passionate about what they are doing, and they show us with really concrete examples how we can do something locally in order to impact worldwide or globally as youth people. Well, in order to close my day, we went back to the Camp Climate, and we have our daily update. This is a really interesting activity we're doing. The whole delegation is gathering together, sharing in a 360 camera activity all the things we do or we are doing all day long in order to make the people from the YMCA that has not opportunity to be here to hear of what's going on here and to be engaged in a different channel with the objectives of the resource group on environment. I will really invite you to be part of the RGE, the Resource Group on Environment of the World YMCA, in order to get more information, but also to share all your ideas on all the activities that the YMCA are doing locally and nationally all around the world, and to make this platform a really space, like a real space to share information and to make the youth voice to be heard, not only at the YMCA but also in important process as the United Nations Climate Change Conference. So feel free to join us.